update on my conscious living journey. I'm only a few days into this journey. I think I've been here. I kind of lost track of time. I don't live in the Matrix anymore. I've unplugged. I've actually, I've noticed I've been unplugged. I think I've been here 4 or 5 days, and I've been unplugged a lot longer than 4 or 5 days. It just so happened to be a big timeline shift in that I saw myself, and I predicted this for weeks before I even knew I was moving. I was literally channeling messages for the last couple weeks about how we're about to timeline shift, and it's gonna be so fast. Like, you're gonna wake up in a totally different world overnight. Oh, I just got a notification that says 100 years of financial progression in 1 second. It's like jumping 100 years in one day. Girl, I feel fucking amazing. I feel amazing. Listen, I may have never actually paid for organic non-GMO $8 applesauce before, but I'm telling you what, I know when I eat that applesauce, it's going to change every molecular cell structure I have. I know when I ingest food like that. Like, I didn't know that food, look, I can read energy from people, but I couldn't understand that the food I was ingesting had its own energy, vibratory energy. Nobody taught me that. That's not like a cult guru thing. That's like a legit Jenna thing. Like, I had to learn when I got handed a bowl of granola the other day by the host. She was making yogurt and granola for me. And I looked at it and I said, not only is it beautiful, but the way that I ingested it, my body agreed with it 100%. I didn't have any problems at all, like no digestion issues, nothing. And I'm like, wow, like I feel the energy from the food. And I'm so psychic and I'm so open. And I'm wondering, like, how often was I feeling the cell? Like, was I feeling the frequency of the fillers in the food before and the junk food and stuff? Because I wasn't eating junk food. Like, I couldn't really afford like a lot of processed junk, but I wasn't eating organic nor non-GMO, and I wasn't eating consciously. But now, so technically speaking, I'd say it's probably twice the cost so far of the eating that I used to do. But I haven't had one stomach growl that's alarmed me. I've had like maybe a little trickle of it, but I'm fasting right now, and I've been fasting for 4 or 5 days, and I'm like not even really hungry. I know that's because I'm upping my intake of vitamins and minerals though. So that's why probably, and potassium and magnesium, sodium, vitamin C, all that. But the thing is, I feel so much more connected to God. I feel like intention setting is easier, probably because it's a full moon tonight. And we're going to do a ritual, her and I, for the full moon tonight, which I'm so excited. I've never done a ritual with somebody on a full moon before. I've done my own rituals on full moons, but I've never like participated in a collective event during a full moon, I don't think. So that's going to be very exciting. I think it's a yoga event, so we'll see how that goes. I was like, girl. Me and yoga, okay. I got my yoga pants, but am I a yoga participator? I don't know, but I feel very good. I've just been noticing, like, I wake up feeling hopeful. Like, the world doesn't have to suck. Everything doesn't have to be trudging along and like, oh God, how am I going to do this? And is that going to work? And what are they saying about me? And all that, it's not like that now. It's like, what is God saying about me? And now that I hear him more clearly, I know what God's saying about me. God's saying, hell yeah, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Every cell in your body is proud of you. Like, every time I consciously put an item in my cart, because right now I'm getting it delivered because I don't have a car. But when I do, right now I'm still fasting, but when I do start actually eating, I'm thinking about going raw vegan for just the time that I'm here. And I really want to try it because I am so in love with the food and the nutrients, and it tastes like earth. It actually tastes like it's supposed to taste. And I was curious to see is that toothpaste? Oh my God. Girl, fucking 5 minutes. Jenna, 5 minutes into this. Oh my God. Sorry about that. Anyway, basically raw vegan for the rest of the time that I'm here because I can feel the nutrients and I'm not cooking the life out of it. So I want to see if it really can transform my life. I think it's not even the mental that's changing so much, it's energetic. I'm becoming much more myself. I'm more free flowing. I'm not as scared to give energy to people. Like, I'm not so scared to compliment someone or be like, wow, I love you. Sat Nam, namaste. Like, I'm not afraid of doing that. Like meeting people on the internet too, like when they come at me, and I do sense, because my heart chakra is opening, the attacks of the heart hurt more. Like, it feels like it hurts more, but it kind of is like, I'm gonna release it faster because I love myself. Does that make sense? Like the heart chakra when open, I feel like I take on attacks easier. People that don't like me, But it's easier for me to be like, okay, but this isn't mine though, and I need to release it, and then release it. And it just takes like 5 minutes. It used to take like 5 months. It used to take 5 years for me to like realize what energy is not mine and what is. But yeah, and I'm so empowered too. I feel so motivated and so inspired because I'm looking at this place, and she's a single woman, business owner, entrepreneur. And I'm thinking to myself, can it really be done? Like, can you really have absolute nirvana, heaven on earth? Like, is it possible? You know, I'm curious. And so far, I'm finding it to be absolutely heavenly. And going from where I felt like I was in a prison cell, I was in hell, to jumping, shifting timelines so fast overnight to this place. It's like, whoa. And I'm noticing that things don't attack my body while I'm sleeping, because I was literally on a cemetery. Oh, God, I was literally living on a graveyard for the last year. And if it wasn't dead people, it was the 5 or 6 random strange men that I had to always shield myself from and protect myself from. And now I'm like, you know what? That was training. Like, I did a lot for the spirit world while I was there. I did so much. And I feel like whatever was possessing my body during sleep, I think that when I was unconscious and I was out of my body, because when you dream and you're astral projecting, it's like things can take over your body. I think so. And I just like always would wake up tired and fatigued and drained. And like, I never felt actually fully rested. And now I'm just like, girl, I wake up and I'm like, is this what it feels like to have energy? Is this what it feels like to get good sleep? Like, and not have to sleep with one eye open because you think that some guy next to you is going to do something horrendous in your sleep. Like, is this what it feels like to rest, to truly rest? I mean, there's a lock on my door. So it's like, I didn't have one before. I mean, I had a lock on my door when I was in my room, but I didn't have a lock on my door any other time. So people could come in and out anytime and I wouldn't have known. But it was such a flimsy door too. I even complained to the Airbnb host, and she told me, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting a lock on everybody's door. And I just was like, girl, there are some things, just normal business practices. Like, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen, to be honest. And other people would complain too. Like, the first thing they'd say when they come in and I introduced them in that Airbnb, I was like the hostess with the mostest. And they'd be like, girl, where's the lock? I'm like, right? Right. And then they would never complain about it because there was this energy of like, I'm too scared to say something. That house was a house of fear. Like, I'm too scared to say something because this was the cheapest place in the cheapest neighborhood. And people were like, I'm just grateful to have a bed. So the mindset there is so different than the mindset here. Like with poverty mindset, like I can't be friends. I can't have my top 5 advisors in my life be all homeless people anymore. I love my friends. I love the people I've met, but I've outgrown that mindset. I've outgrown fight or flight. I've outgrown fear mentality. Like, I can't even speak about abundance with them anymore because they still are convinced that they're going to lose something. And I'm not convinced of that now. Not only do I never lose anything, I gain and gain and win and win and win and acquire more and have more and experience more. And I can't be around them anymore. It's not that I'm not better than them or worse than them, and that's one thing that when you outgrow poverty and the people that reside in poverty mindset, I think that that's something like a deep fear that I have of being persecuted for it. Like having all my friends be like, wow, so you're so much better than us now, or you're so holier than thou, or you're so uppity now. Wow, you can afford like coconut organic yogurt. And it's like, I could have probably this whole time if I wouldn't have been limiting myself. And people really have to start asking themselves, why is it that you found it so easy to limit me? Why did you entertain limitations around me? So I have to ask myself that question. Why did I entertain their limitations around them? And the self-reflective healing journey, especially on this full moon, a lot's being released, lots being purged. But why did I have to accept the idea that I was going to lose something at all times? I never lose anything. True abundance does not just mean money. Abundance means the abundance of everything. It includes the abundance of bills and debt, the abundance of the abundant thinking of all things, problems, worries, debts, but also solutions, income, gifts, donations, food, accessories, clothing, everything. Like abundance is all we are. It's just that we had been framing our mind. Our framework was on abundance of lack, abundance of not having something, the abundance of absence. There it is. Yes. The abundance of absence. I was abundant and focusing on the absence of something, including love. And so imagine my shock when today I'm like thinking about the guy that I've manifested. He's freaking gorgeous. The most beautiful thing I have ever laid eyes on in my entire life. And he's a professional chef, like a very, very fancy, upscale, fancy chef, right? And I'm thinking the way that this man's cuisine is literally art. I can't be eating filler foods around a guy like that. I can't have macaroni and cheese for dinner when I'm around a guy who like literally makes filet mignon for business executives and celebrities. I can't, girl, it's like, I can't. He literally serves oysters and like lobster for a living. And here I am like, well, I hope I can afford lentils today. And I hope I can have that bag of discounted beans. Like in order to have a man like this, to keep a man like this, to feel worthy of a man that abundant, I have to have abundant thinking. I have to keep him in his abundant thinking. I have to encourage him to keep growing and exploring and using food as art. And if that's the case, if that's what I want to be as his future wife, then I have to start believing that food is health, food is magic. And I would tell him that. I'd be like, oh my God, so your food is literally healing people. And the way he takes pictures, and he has like this eye for artistic design, and oh my God. And I'm like, dude, you literally heal people with not only your photography, but also your food. I cannot be eating junk around a guy like that. No, I have to do better. I have to do better. I have to make myself do better because I want to do better. Not because he's making me, or not because that's the reward. Like, oh, marriage is the reward, or, a house one day that I manifested for myself because I'm healthier and I have more energy. That's not even the goal. The goal is just to have more energy. The goal is just to feel better. Everything else comes because of that. He's not my reward. I'm my reward. Waking up every day, being able to walk is my reward. At my heaviest weight, I was 415 pounds. So I've lost, I don't know, I haven't weighed myself on the scale in a minute, but I've lost over 100 pounds just on my own without really diet or exercise, just manifesting that. And at one time, I could not even bend to tie my shoes. So now, like, health is a gift. Life is a gift. Every single day is a gift, a literal gift. That's how dead I've been. That's how unalive I really was. Every day is just a gift, seriously. I legit escaped a prison. The house was a prison, but my whole life has been a prison. And being in this place, it's changing my soul, okay? It's like activating and recalibrating like my actual soul. And like the way that I'm putting these healthier foods in my shopping cart. It's like, I love these little small businesses. And I'm just like, I'm thanking my brother that made the organic honey. And I'm thanking my sisters and brothers in Christ, those little bees that worked hard to do that. It's like, it's just so much more conscious living. And it's changing my entire life. And I can't thank the universe enough. I can't thank my friend enough that got me this place. And was able to help me get groceries this week so I could experience what it's like to be vegan and what it's like to try to change my cellular code, you know? And I can't thank my host enough. She's going so above and beyond. She does not have to heal me like this, but we're about to do a full moon healing session today in just a few. Actually, I have to go in 5 minutes. Yeah. And I'm so grateful, and my heart is opening. I'm understanding it all. Like, I'm understanding so much that, like, it's all the pieces are coming together. Like, the puzzle is fully complete. It's whole. It's like about to be put on the wall, like a whole puzzle of Jenna's life. It's like completion of the death. The death is over. I don't have to die anymore. I can literally be resurrected and go live, you know? So that's what I'm gonna go do, because I have so much living to do. Every moment, every breath, every time I eat food, every time I taste an apple, every time I hug somebody, every time my feet work and can walk. It's just so overwhelming. Every time I meet a new person and they come into my life, even temporarily, even online, it's like, it's such a gift, you know? I feel like an alien. Like, I was literally dead in Christ. I was like alive, but barely, on that cemetery, in that cemetery. Like, there were so many entities there, so many lost souls, that I was a beacon and I was a light. And so I think they were just glued to me, and I was not able to get out of their mindset, out of their consciousness. It's like they would take over my consciousness, and my consciousness is so much more aligned with God. My consciousness is so much more aligned with light and abundance. Like, the real Jenna, the real me, so much more aligned with Source. I am Source. I am the source of it all. I am the source of death, and I am the source of healing. I am the source of light. I am the source of darkness. I am the source of everything in my reality, and I get it now. So it's not that the man I'm talking to is like the reward. I'm the reward. Health is the reward. Living again is the reward. Happiness is the reward. He's the sexiest cherry on top. He's like, girl. He's like the best. And, well, that's because I don't settle. I go for the best of the best of the best. And I'm not going to settle. And I really want to make sure that I deserve him and I'm worthy of him. I want to be worthy of me. I want to be worthy of you guys. I want to be worthy of the gifts that God is bestowing on me, you know? So I have to do the things that I have to do. And that means investing in $8 applesauce. Why? Because God loves me. And when I spend $8 on applesauce, I'm receiving probably $800 in energy. when you see it like that, the giving and the receiving, it changes the whole game. So anyway, I love you guys with all my heart. Things are about to get really good. I'll talk to you soon.